Hello, welcome to Panzer Mk2. You join me again for another bolt action video where I'm going to be adding to my German Blitzkrieg army. This one is the Panzer Mk2 Ost ABC tank. They all count as the same tank in bolt action, but here it is. There is the back of the packaging. Quite a small box this one came in. I was just in the local hobby shop and they had some bolt action stuff and I saw this and I thought, yeah, I'm going to get it. Because I wasn't decided whether I was going to get this or a Panzer 3, so I went for the Panzer 2. But a lot of the Operation Sea Lion pictures have had Panzer 2s in rather than the 3s. And you can use these as flotation tanks when you deploy them. If you do the invasion on the coast battle, so I thought I'll get this one instead. Right. Okay. So this is the box. We have a resin kits guide. Let's check what's in here. Make sure we've got all the parts. We have track there. We have the opposite track. We have the turret. And we have the main body there. Let's have a look at this. That looks pretty straight. To the eye, that's pretty straight. No resin bends there. Even the tracks, pretty straight. Yep, looks good. Obviously they need cleaning off. Let's have a look at the old metal components. Packed by Gabor K. Hello Gabor K. Right. We have some metal components there. We have the two guns. We have the MMG and the I think it's an autocannon this thing comes with. And we have the optional driver as well. So we can have like a driver poking out. I might not have the driver actually on mine. I think I'll just go for a closed or sort of holder. So the instructions on the back of the box show we should have tracks, we should have the turret, we should have the hatch there, and the guns, which we do. We also have these two bits here, not sure what they are. Just see what else we should have. Okay. So that one's going to go. Does it actually show the detail on there? If you have a look at that, it actually looks different. So left and right, so like that. And then these have got the little lights on and stuff. Yeah, so on here it looks like the tracks are separate, and then you've got the parts hanging over the tracks. It's actually slightly different than it is on the pitch. That's going to fit into there, which it kind of does, and that one's going to fit onto there once I've cleaned it up. Yeah, it seems to fit. Looks alright. That looks fine. Okay. So let's get these bits cleaned up and then we can put it together. It looked like, when I was looking at it, like there was a bit missing off the front. See the fuel cap? I think that's what that's pointing at, but the fuel cap's actually moulded onto the track. That's a bit strange, that actually. But there you go. Also all the parts are there. That's all that matters really. Just need to figure out where these little hatches go. I'm not sure. But we'll get everything off and try and find, I might have a look on the website just to double check everything. We're back in a moment. Okay guys, so I'm back. So the first thing I did was, like with all resin, I gave it a quick rinse in water. There didn't appear to be an oil on the surface, didn't feel oily, but I gave it a rinse with some washing up liquid in there as well. Like I do with all resin. It feels alright, doesn't feel any like there's any oil on there. I got it dried it off. A few points to the kit. So we have a driver, it's a different driver that's on the box, which is one of the 3 early war drivers that's available. I don't know whether it's random in this kit, but it does look different. Won't be using him anyway, I'll put him in a bits box, might come in handy later. These two parts are, if you want a driver on, they're basically the hatches open. That's all they were. That's what was confusing me earlier. Okay, so at some point on the bottom of the track, there's a lot of leftover stuff off the mould. So we flattened that off because that's what's going to be sat on. It's not an issue, you're not going to see it. I'm going to weather it up anyway, it's going to be covered in mud. That makes no difference to me whatsoever, that the fact you can't see the tracks on the bottom. These are very straight, they don't need bending back in using hot water. The one problem we do have with the tracks is the fact that the holes on the side aren't in the right place, basically. So we have two pegs, there and there, and if you try and fit them onto the hull, which is pretty straight, if you look at that, there's no bends in the hull, there's no bends in the track, so I don't know why it's not fitting. But literally, this back hole is in the wrong place. Now notice the back hole because we have this bit at the front, you can see that there, that lines up with the front of the tank. So also be careful when you're doing the front bit to make sure you take as much of that off as you need to. You can see there where I took a little bit too much and there's a couple of air holes. Not a problem, we'll fill that. In fact the paint might even fill that. In fact that's going to be covered in mud as well, so actually I'm going to leave that, stuff it. I'm just going to paint over it and the paint and the mud will fill that up. The weathered on mud, shall we say, not real mud. So there we go. So that's the right track, you can see with the R in it. And what we've done, I've literally just cut out the bigger hole from the end of it using the knife over there. I just gouged it out, and now, well, should not work on camera, it worked off camera. You line the front one up, then you've got that front bit, and then actually, there we go, it just clicks into place now, which is what it wasn't doing before, and that's perfectly straight. So I know it's not a problem with the mould being bent, so it must be a problem with the original casting. Same on the other side, exactly the same issue, but that now fits in place just by doing exactly the same thing, just gouging a bit out of that hole. As long as you line the front up, and when you're gluing it on, or when I glue it on, I'm going to make sure the back's lined up properly so it's not gone down or up because I've made the hole bigger. That should be fine. Then we have the turret. Now the main thing about the turret is to make sure the bottom part is pretty smooth so that it will fit into the turret and swivel, if you want to swivel. I do, so there we go. So that's the front of the turret there. We have the two holes, one for the autocannon, one for the machine gun. There we have the autocannon, there we have the machine gun. That's going to be straightforward. Then we have the hatch, which is going to go on the roof. Then we also have this bit, which is actually, I thought it was a bit of just leftover metal, but it isn't, it's actually part of the tank. And I should show you on the picture where it is, because the picture and the instructions don't relate to how this tank goes together at all. So you see that bit there, which looks like it's resin, and it looks like it's a piece of, you see it on there actually a bit better on the bigger picture. See there, that's that, basically. It's just like a rail for holding on to or for putting things on. I'm not sure what the use is for it, but it looks like it's on the resin. And is that the, yeah, that's the side. And you can see it's not on there, so that's going to have to go on there once the tank's together. So that's going to be the last thing I do, is put that in place. That's it. This part doesn't exist. This looks like a fuel hatch, which is on there already as part of the resin. So that bit of metal is resin, that bit of resin is metal. Those two covers that go over the top of the tracks are actually part of the tracks. So I don't know whether they've changed this kit at some point. I might look up on this. You guys might already know this isn't a new kit, so maybe they have changed the kit. But everything's fine. Once I've just made these couple of modifications to it, everything fits together. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this thing together with super glue now. It's completely dry from the rinsing, and yeah, so the two sides are going to go on. We'll put that on there, that on there, and that on there, and that onto the tank. Should be pretty straightforward. Doesn't look like anything's going to be too difficult. Let's put it together. I'll come back with the finished tank. Okay, so we're back with the finished tank. Sorry about the shadows because the light's opposite me as opposed to behind me, because I'm doing this on my own for a change. Claire's not here. Right, so you can see that. Take the turret off. It still swivels. So there is the turret finished. Now the place where the autocannon goes was a massive hole. I think it was an air bubble actually around where the actual connection goes, because the connection was quite small, same size as the MMG actually. But the hole for it was massive and it just didn't fit in, so I've had to putty that in. You can see there, just use some standard grey putty. Well, I say grey, it's yellow grey. And that's it, done. We have put on the metal piece on the side there. You can see what was on the bite. I don't know what that is, just load that up. And the tank is finished. Pretty straightforward. And go on camera, there you go. At least it doesn't fall off. It does fall off, but it just won't go back on. There you go. But it moves, that's the main thing. So that is my Panzer 2. A, B or C. It's pretty straight actually, it doesn't wobble, so that's pretty good. The resin was very good on that, apart from obviously things being slightly out of line. That seems more in the design than anything else. It's a nice tank. It's a few little things I've had to change on that, but it's no Batmobile, put it that way. If you've seen my Batmobile video, whoa, that was a lot of work. This is awesome, I do like it. It's a really nice little vehicle. I think it'll go well in my German Blitzkrieg army. So I think that is the last model for my Blitzkrieg army. So next time you see it, hopefully it'll all be painted. Most of it is, so you need to go away and paint this. Finish off some of the engineers that are in it. And then I'll show you my 1000 point bolt action Blitzkrieg army off. The next video I might do though, I'm going to start off on my British Expeditionary Force army, which is my early British army. I have the British Expeditionary Force box to start with, and we're going to work our way up from that. So, I shall see you next time, guys. Please like and subscribe, helps out loads, and you guys take care. Bye for now.